Welcome back. This is another in our series of short videos entitled GTS Plus Tips and Tricks. This one's all about stored data. How do I find it? Well, let's jump right in and we'll show you. So we're going to connect directly to our vehicle, get things fired up, and we are going to find stored data. Now we're already connected to a vehicle. We can see the information right here, but when we clicked on stored data, it didn't give us anything. And what we need to go to is this goofy little icon up here in the top next to GTS Plus. Looks like a couple of file folders. If we click on that, it's going to bring up a drop-down menu that will give us access to the stored data for this vehicle. Now be careful, don't click on the item, click on the little plus symbol next to it until there are no more plus symbols. That's going to be the file that you would like to open. So in this particular case, next to the activity report, we're going to hit the plus. It's going to give us our activity report directly behind us. Let's try adding some additional data to that stored data tab. So I'm going to go back in through the main menu. I'm going to go into System Select. I'm going to go into Engine ECM and bring up the primary data for the Engine ECM. Now don't freak out. We're going to do a quick snapshot. I know we haven't talked about that yet. We'll do that next on our next video. So let's go through and just hit our snapshot function, which is this little camera down here. It's going to bring up our snapshot configuration buttons over here. We're simply going to hit that, and we're going to record a quick snapshot. We sped this up. Again, we're going to go over this in more detail next time. We now have some data we can store. We're going to hit yes. Once we hit yes, it's going to store that data, and I've got to find it. If you go up into the upper left-hand corner of the screen, there's what we call a little hamburger, those three little lines. If you click on it, the drop-down menu will give you the access to your stored data information right in here. When you click on it, it's going to give you the vehicle that you're connected to. And then again, if we go into our little file folder drop-down menu up here, we're going to be able to identify, in this particular case, our engine data list information. Click on it, and there it is. So we've added some additional data to that list. All right, so let's look at what happens if you have a vehicle that's already gone, but you've got saved data for this. We need to go into this TSE button down here. That's going to give us access to GTS Plus files that are stored on the C drive under the local user information. The exact location is up here in the title bar. You'll notice that these are listed numerically or alphabetically, and then they also have a timestamp and a date stamp next to them as well. If you change the name of the file, it may shuffle them, so be careful renaming things in here. You'll notice we changed this one to Grand Highlander, and it shuffled it all the way to the bottom, even though the dates don't match up anymore. Selecting any one of these items, we can then go in to review the data for that particular vehicle. But remember, it's going to take you to the Stored Data tab, which means there's nothing on it but information about the vehicle. We still have to go back up to our little file folder up here at the top, click on it, using the drop-down functions for each one of those little plus symbols, find the item that we're looking for, click on it, and it brings it up behind us. Now we'll talk about how to navigate through this data once you've brought it up. We'll show you how to move through it and how to graph it in some upcoming videos. So stay with us. There's always more to learn. Thanks for joining us. The next video will be coming soon.